Performing artist who's close to making it, or you're ready to make it but aren't quite confident.
You need a little boost. A North Texan who's performed with some of the biggest names before they were big names has written a big new book. Author, actor, and singer.
It's a little new book, actually.
Well, there's a lot of big information in it. How about that? We're talking to Brianna Ruelas. Help me out.
Brianna Ruelas.
You got to roll that R.
That's right.
Yes, it's nice to see you today with your book, Performing Artist Pathway, Navigate the Highs and Lows on Your Music Journey. This could be very, very helpful to really launch some careers.
And you're from Richardson.
I am.
Right?
I'm from Richardson.
You're a local girl.
Born and raised, that's right.
Okay, so for people who want to know, what is the book about and why'd you write it?
Well, the book is a practical guide on navigating the highs and lows of your music journey. Essentially, it's great for any creative wanting to get personal and professional growth. I wrote it because as a singer, I knew the pains and struggles as it was for living a creative life. And I saw so many guides on how to play guitar, how to play an instrument, how to sing, but nothing that really spoke to the real journey that we take and the highs and lows that we go through as artists. So it's really an opportunity for us to dig in and figure out who we are and who we want the world to see as well.
To maybe not feel so lost.
Absolutely.
I can understand that. There's a goal at the end. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, but getting there can be kind of tough. Now, when you were younger, you were a part of the Mickey Mouse Club with Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera. You have to have a fun story that came out of that.
Okay, so I auditioned for the Mickey Mouse Club in Dallas. I was actually a top 10 finalist next to Jessica Simpson, which was really great.
Nice.
And Jessica and I actually went to rival high schools in Richardson, and she was always super nice and wonderful. So that was fun.
She's from Richardson.
You know, when I ended up in LA 10 years later, I was actually ended up at a party with my Mickey Mouse childhood crush. And so that was kind of one of my fun stories. I'm like, man, everything just sort of comes full circle. It's hilarious.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. It's hilarious.
So the rest of your journey then, how did you come to this point in your career?
Let's see. I went to Pepperdine University. I was a musical theater major there. After that, I did commercial and radio voiceovers in LA, stuck around. Realized that singing was my original passion, my heart. So I did American Idol back in season 4 when Christina, I'm sorry. Who's the?
Don't look at me.
Okay, season 4
American Idol, though.
Yes, American Idol. And then ended up moving back to Dallas, to my hometown that I'm so proud of. Started raising a family, formed a band, did more singing, and then that led me to being a vocal coach, artist mentor, and sharing my experiences. Yes, I'm still singing.
Okay, good.
Always singing. But really my heart is like into mentoring and guiding and, you know, basically being that person that I wish I had when I was going through the journey.
I want to talk for just a second more about American Idol, because you were on season 4, like you said, and American Idol debuts on ABC this weekend. What was it like being on that show? It's got to be incredibly exhilarating.
It was. You know, it was back in the day when American Idol was all about the cattle call lineup. You know, we were literally lined up in thousands around the stadium, and I auditioned 3 times before I even made it to Hollywood. It was incredible. It was terrifying. It was heartbreaking. It was amazing, all in all, right? And I really talk about that journey a lot in my book, Performing Artist Pathway. For me, the experience shaped who I was as a performer and artist, and just gave me a huge, just an incredible experience.
What's next for you?
Next is continue singing always, of course. Mentoring, creative consulting, things like that. I work with bands and artists all the time because I truly have a heart for sharing my experiences with them. And, you know, it's the main reason why I wrote this book.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're interested, Brianna's book, Performing Artist Pathway, Navigate the Highs and Lows of Your Music Journey, can be found on Amazon. You can also catch up with her online at briannaruelasmusic.com.